Health Monday. I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Empowers, and today we're going to talk about bipolar. I want you to put in your mind the happiest time of your life. I want you to get it and visualize it. And now I want you to also dig a little deep and go in and find the most depressive moment in your life. Got it? And now I want you to imagine yourself on a roller coaster at the highest point of your life, straight down to the lowest point, back up to the highest point, down to the lowest, back up to the highest, down to the lowest. 10 million Americans suffer with having that constant high and low every day. And that is what we call bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is continuous. It is a lifelong illness, and at this time, there is no cure. It is associated with mood swings, episodes of mood swings, ranging from the manic highs to the depressive lows. So we're at our highest moment down to our lowest moment. We have 4 types that we're going to talk about today. We have bipolar 1, which is defined as manic episodes that last at least 7 days, or by manic symptoms that are so severe that a person needs immediate hospital care. It's usually depressive episodes occur as well, typically lasting at least 2 weeks. Episodes of depression with mixed features are also possible in bipolar 1. Bipolar 2 is defined by a pattern of depressive episodes and hypomanic episodes, but not the full-blown manic episodes described in bipolar 1. Hypomanic is just energy levels is high, but is not as extreme as manic. Okay? The third one, we have psychothymatic disorder, which is defined by numerous periods of hypomanic or extreme levels of high energy symptoms, as well as numerous periods of depressive symptoms lasting for at least 2 years. However, the symptoms do not meet the diagnostic requirements for a hypomanic episode and a depressive episode. And then we have other specified and unspecified bipolar and related disorders. They're defined by bipolar disorder symptoms that do not meet the 3 categories listed earlier. So, signs and symptoms. We have to look at it twofold. You have your manic episodes, signs and symptoms, and then you have your depressive episodes, signs and symptoms. So we're going to look at the manic episode, signs and symptoms first. We may experience high, very high. It's extreme. Lots of energy, lots of increased activity levels, jumpiness, trouble sleeping, more activity than usual, talking very rapidly without probably even making any sense, thinking that a lot can be done all at one time, very risky behavior, spending a lot of money, engaging in reckless sex. These are signs. On the other end, we have the depressive episodes, and they are total opposite. So it may be signs of extreme sadness, down, emptiness, hopelessness, very little energy, decreased activity level, trouble sleeping, worrying, having trouble concentrating, thoughts about death and suicide can be signs and symptoms for the depressive end of a bipolar disorder. For my people of color, I'm going to share a few paragraphs with you, and then we're going to talk about it on the back end. Here we go. I am a strong African American woman. I aced 2 challenging concurrent grad school programs while pregnant. Spent years of duty as a single professional mother of thousands of miles from my family. Backpacked along through Central America in my 40s. Soloed up 6,000 plus foot mountains. worked as a social worker with challenging populations in Canada, the U.S., and the U.K. Rode the rapids of the White Nile in a tiny kayak and on a big rubber raft. Got tenured and started a highly successful marital and child health program or project in Africa. I've earned a cape and a big S on my chest. I'm an African American woman with a brain disorder, also known as mental illness, specifically manic depression, also known as bipolar disorder. I've spent time in a mental health treatment facility, will probably need medication for a lifetime, and have spent many hours in a therapist's office. I've got a whole professional team that works with me to keep me sane. I used to be ashamed and secretive of the reality described in the previous paragraph, but proud of the life described in the first. Now it's an integral whole. I know that taking off the cape and stripping my chest of the S doesn't make me any less of a strong African American woman. Superhero status is not required. I cannot save the world, and sometimes I'm the one who needs saving. Like many people, I once felt that having a mental illness was a sign of a personal weakness. As a mental health profession, I spent a lot of time convincing otherwise. But when it was my turn, I felt that going to a psychiatrist was a sign of failure. I tried running, acupuncture, yoga, Chinese herbs, meditation, anything mainstream medicine attention. I did not want to go to a psychiatrist because nothing is wrong with me. I am not crazy. This is an article written by Dr. Ruth C. White. She is an associate professor at the College of Social Work at the University of Seattle, or Seattle University in Seattle, Washington. And I wanted to share that because, like many of us as African Americans, we don't want to be looked at as crazy, and we don't want to be looked at as failure. So we do not seek mental health treatment. It has been known that we have some concerns with the medical industry in our history, just being mistreated, the Tuskegee syphilis case and all these other countless cases, the Henrietta Lacks case and things of those nature, kind of just paralyzes us sometimes from actually going to seek help. But extreme care and concern when it comes to our mental health. So I wanted to read that to let you know that bipolar and all of these other disorders do not discriminate. They do not care about your socioeconomic status. They don't care about your degree. They don't care if you whatever. But seeking help is very, very important when it comes to bipolar, especially bipolar. So when it comes to my helpful tips, I want to just say, share it. It's okay to speak about your physical issues. We have to learn to make our mental health issues a conversation for the public and not a conversation for secret. Number 2, keeping a daily journal that records moods, treatment, sleep pattern can assist us when we see our medical professionals to help us track and treat the bipolar disorder more accurately and effectively. And I just want to piggyback on something that Dr. White said. Yoga, acupuncture, running, swimming, all these physical things are great. Yet, when they are coupled with psychotherapy or talk therapy, bipolar disorder can be managed. We are made of body and mind, and we cannot treat one and ignore the other. We have to seek professional help. If you like this video, go ahead and share it, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe so you can receive the notifications so you won't miss out on Mondays. If you need any additional resources, you can find links on our website at www.. Until next time, take care of your mental, and I will do the same.